6-2, they're wonderful, they're darlings. If any of them come up for adoption, I want them.
I have to say that I think some of the 6-2 girls have very strange taste in French men from the classic strip last year. Apart from that, they're a good lot, really.
Okay, 6-2. A chess match on an Isle of Wight field trip. Very interesting, very intellectual.
Don't let yourself go.
6-2 this year, 6-2. Well, I think overall they've been a fantastic year group. Without the 6-2 that we've known to love, B-Downs just wouldn't have been a good year. So thanks a lot, chaps. Without you, the school has been, or with you, the school has been something. Without you, we would have lost a great deal.
6-2 are fun, frolicsome, quite bright, and very good at watching deadlines go by.
6-2?
6-2, boys, let me think. Charming, good looking, hard working, full of charisma. The girls, they're just girls, aren't they?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess my thoughts on 6-2 is it's just been so quick. Memories there are really strong and really happy. Here we are at the end. I mean, I remember so many of you in Block 3. And it's just like minutes ago. So I think my summing up of 6-2 is fast. Fast, very fast.
Jules and Hedy walking down the slope, all those wonderful things we found out about each other. Great.
Well, my clearest memory, I think, has to be watching Hedy led up the mountain pass on a dog leash. I think that was the start of her and George Pierce's romance.
I will always remember this year's 6-2 whenever I see an orangutan dressed up as a Jew.
Right, I shall remember this 6-2 for the Christmas pudding bake. We had a lot of fun there, that's great. And I think they've done very well to liaise with the staff and senior management. Really good, chatted it through and communicated well. Good, nice one, have a good future.
Well, generous,
yep.
Sincere, and a fun-loving bunch.
I have to say they started off with immense enthusiasm. Head boy, head girl team around my kitchen table discussing how we were going to work for the year. They were awesome. Second lasting memory, Christmas all-night bake. What an amazingly gorgeous atmosphere that sums up B-Dales. Lots of singing, lots of baking, and Peter Coates doing his thing with you guys was awesome.
6-2 this year have been one of the nicest years that I've ever worked with, and I've had lots of fun with them. Some ups and downs, but everything's okay, and I wish them all well in the future.
Back to the beginning to say that, I mean, you chaps are my 19th 6-2 year group, and there are inevitably similarities between you and previous groups, as well as differences, and some years have been more provocative of authority than others. Yours has been a wonderfully conciliatory year group, I think, and one which has headed the school in a very modest and unassuming way, but in an equally important way to the way that your predecessors have behaved. Psychiatrists and psychologists would say that teachers we do tend to behave like the year groups of the pupils that we teach, the fighting year groups, the serious year groups. And I personally, looking at you, would be very pleased to have my behaviour associated with the way that you have all behaved.
6-2. 6-2 basically summed up by Jack Dean. 6-2 is a Jack Dean is 6-2. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, this is by far the best 6-2 we've had this year.
Well, at my age, it's difficult to remember students as years go by, but this one I think will be particularly memorable, almost discombobulatingly memorable. A group of calm, considered and friendly students who, after the recent years, have managed, I think, to establish a certain degree of B-Dales ethos within the school, which is excellent. I hope very much in 10 years' time they'll all come back and remind me what an excellent group they were.
I think that your year's been socially very cohesive, been together, you haven't split, you've worked together to some of the damage that was done in previous years. But very proud of what you've done this year, and you should be too. Well done. Good year.
I think 62 is a bit like summer weather. On the best days, absolutely unbeatable.
Anyway, Jack, the thing I remember most about your year is where you started and where you actually ended up, and sort of the legacy that you leave at school in terms of the way that 6-2 can actually be probably a positive force at Beadale's rather than slightly negative. I think it would have been a very easy thing for your year to have gone down a different route. The fact that you've ended up where you are is to your credit and leaves a really good legacy for the school and a great example for the years to follow.
So I think that this year's 6-2 have been a warm, cooperative, friendly year that have helped build the atmosphere of this place into something better and lay the groundwork for better Beadales in the future.
And I will remember 6-2 tonight. This will be my memory. An impromptu, spontaneous evening, lovely summer evening, enjoying marshmallows and hot chocolate and singing and baking a bit of bread and whatever you're going to get up to after I leave you. So I hope you all have a lovely evening and I'll remember you.
Good morning, 6-2. It's Keith here. This is an unexpected pleasure for me to have the opportunity to say a few things and to wish you well for the future. I've been asked how I'll remember 6-2, and I think it's fair to say that I'll remember you as a bunch of really nice people, very, very committed to making a difference to the school, and certainly on the basis of what I saw in the first 2 terms of your 6-2 time and what I've heard of your time since, you really have made a big difference. And I think you're a really good bunch of people. Thank you, and I wish you all a really good final day at school and all the best for the future and great results.
I will remember 6-2 for a lot of reasons. Firstly, their wonderful zest for life and their incredible colour and enthusiasm and the wonderful harmonious leadership of the head boy and girl team. And I will remember them with a smile.
Oh, when I rush to the start, running in circles, chasing tails, coming back as we are. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, it's such a shame.